might say that cartoons have declined over time due to more restrictions being put on them to be more politically correct. For example, The Simpsons and Family Guy to a lot of fans haven't been good in years. Only recently The Simpsons has been pressured to remove Apu for being too stereotypical, and the fact that his voice actor was white. Hank Azaria, Apu's voice actor, decided to step down from the role to keep the peace. Considering that every character in The Simpsons is a stereotype, we just need to wait and see who gets removed next.
You want to pick on immigrants? Then pick on Willie!
Moving into the 10s, more and more hugely popular brands were being formed. The most iconic of this time would be Adventure Time, at least for me. The show is based on a post-apocalyptic world with half the planet missing, following Finn and Jake in the land of Ood. With the show's great sense of mystery and amazing world building, it's both a hilarious and heartwarming show.
Baking pancakes, making bacon pancakes. Take some bacon and I'll put it in a pancake. Bacon pancakes, that's what it's gonna make. Bacon pancakes.
The creator Pendleton World net worth is said to be around $2 million. The show lasted 8 years, being praised from start to finish.
And watched a lot of crazy cartoons, Ren and Stimpy, and Beavis and Butthead, and The Simpsons. To punish me if I did anything bad, my mom wouldn't let me watch The Simpsons.
Again, Cartoon Network had created a hit, with some misses along the way.
These Teen Titans were about character development, drama, and heart!
I used to be so much cooler!
Another success though was Regular Show.
The show's creator confirmed that it was set in the early 1990s with some extra technology thrown in, also referencing the 80s in a few episodes.
What? Give me that! The 80s call! They want their cell phones back!
We follow Mordecai and Rigby, who work on a park and seem to mess up every task given to them, from doing the chores to fighting giant space babies. Moving into 2010, Disney again releases a classic. Gravity Falls is set in Oregon with Dipper and Mabel, and slowly reveal the mystery of Gravity Falls. Alex Hush, the creator, was good friends with Justin Roiland, co-creator of Rick and Morty. The creators decided to connect both their universes. In this clip here we see Ryan go through the portal, and in this episode of Rick and Morty we see the pen come out of one of Rick's portals.
At least he didn't die in vain. He got these crystals. And these babies just saved this lame-ass party! Bubble up and dub dub!
Out with mainstream animation, YouTube has become a place for creators to show off their talents.
From the early days of YouTube,
Got your nose! Look out, he's got a nose!
and recently the animated band Gorillaz taking advantage of YouTube and now releasing songs every couple of months. At this time, Netflix is starting to release more originals, recently partnering up with Guillermo del Toro to create Troll Hunters, Three Below and The Unreleased Wizards. This is also in co-creation with DreamWorks. Pixar throughout the 10s was still releasing original animated movies from Inside Out.
Do you ever look at someone and wonder what is going on inside their head?
No bones, no remains, but that won't change the fact that Dawn sure ain't coming back.
Coco and Brave, also making sequels to their most popular films like Cars 2, Incredibles 2 and Toy Story 4.
Scanning perimeter. Laser at full power.
Buzz, what are you doing?
I'm thinking. Honey, will you please shut that toy off?
Yeah.
The past 10 years, Pixar in people's minds has been declining in quality. With a total budget of $350 million, Disney executives said they would have to make $500 million to even break even. Unfortunately, they didn't get anywhere near this.
DreamWorks in 2008 had released Kung Fu Panda, with an all-star cast starring Jack Black, Jackie Chan, Dustin Hoffman, Angelina Jolie, Seth Rogen, Lucy Liu and David Cross.
Nope. I figured it out. Skadoosh.
With a budget of $130 million, Kung Fu Panda smashed it in the box office, making $631 million. A recent trend in filmmaking is to have your films appeal to a Chinese audience for a bigger box office gross. The third installment of the franchise grossing $521 million, breaking records in China for the highest grossing animated film. Back to television, and animation is breaking grounds, with Adventure Time having one of the first gay couples in an animated TV show. Other shows like Steven Universe are effectively normalising their characters. The newest cartoon to be part of the family sitcom trope is Rick and Morty, one of my favourite shows of the past 10 years. A show that thrives off dark and silly humour. Following Rick and Morty through the multiverse, we are met with different versions of their universe. The show released in the December of 2013. Initially being a parody of Doc and Marty from Back to the Future, the creators Justin Roiland and Dan Harmon decided to stay away from time travel, as the storyline would become too complicated. Justin Roiland is the co-creator, co-writer, executive producer and voice actor, and his net worth is said to be over $4 million.
What happens when we die? What happens when we all die? Do you guys worry about that shit at night? Alright, forget it. Forget me. I'm drunk. Shit.
The fourth season of Rick and Morty took a break in November of last year and is recently restarted while making this video. Back in Japan, anime is now of cultural significance for it in the world, with shows like Hunter x Hunter, Dragon Ball, Yuri on Ice, Attack on Titan and Sword Art Online, which was released in the summer of 2012, with Ordinal Scale, the movie being made in 2017, making $30 million at the box office. In anime fans' eyes, it may not be the best show, but became extremely popular before being taken over by Attack on Titan.
Probably the most well-known anime across the world is Dragon Ball. Initially the show started with 194 manga chapters, started airing in 1986. With 8 seasons, the show started to take over the manga, and everyone's favourite season of Dragon Ball was released, GT.
Universally hated by most Dragon Ball fans, when Super was released it felt like a breath of fresh air because everything from GT was no longer considered canon. In the streaming world, Netflix was also releasing great TV shows like Big Mouth, BoJack Horseman, Dragon Prince and Castlevania. They're also working with Matt Groening on his new show Disenchantment. One of the biggest and weirdest phenomenons of the world is My Little Pony. Not only being a huge brand for little girls around the world, a subculture called bronies appeal, which is basically grown men who obsess over the show and collect everything to do with My Little Pony.
Hi, I'm Sam. By day, I'm a mortgage conveyancer at a law firm, but in my spare time, I'm also a brony.
The My Little Pony movie in 2017 had a budget of $6.5 million. The film ended up grossing $61 million across the world. Arguably, animation is the most influential medium. As kids, we watch hundreds of shows from a young age that teach us basic morals and life lessons. Some shows fail at this and not teaching our kids the right thing.
Anyway, you're always walking like this. Ooh, look at me. I'm Susie Sheep. See what I mean?
At the end of the day, some of these shows make us who we are, teaching us right from wrong, from childhood to adulthood.